big welcome to you, Libra. Yeah, the sun has moved into Gemini, and Gemini is an air sign, and you are an air sign. So now this month is going to be a very more ethereal, light energy, because when the sun moves into an air sign, then we feel in general a little more light, a little bit more airy, right? And it's beautiful because, of course, the Gemini is the lovers, and from the lovers, we're connected to Mercury, and Mercury is Hermes, right? The messenger between the gods and the humans. And quickly, if you've been with me for a while, right, of course you can move forward to the reading. Those who are new, of course, it would be good to see where the sun is, and then when we later do the reading, it makes all more sense, because the message sometimes is very deep, and it's not just like, okay, this is happening and blah blah blah, right? Because you get only once a month a reading from me, because this constellation, I really do this in such a way that I get influenced by the moon today. Moon in Libra, sun in Gemini. So also in the cards, I use, of course, always the Hermetic Tarot first as that simple black and white message between the opposites create contrast. The opposites give us an awareness of a story, right? There is a story that can be seen now when we put them together. The story here, very simple: Andromeda chained to a rock, the earth, the feminine energy, and the sea serpent, right, that she is being given to, is the kundalini, is the sexual energy, is the one that we are chained to. It's in our genes to procreate, right? Fertility ritual. Perseus comes, liberates her, because he is entering with his sword, right? We see him here with his sword. He kills the sea serpent, right? He kills and frees her, and he's as well chained to this energy. This is created through the secret brotherhood that was formed 1888, again 888, an important number. And the evolution is then when we see Edgar Wade, who was in this brotherhood, created now his version of the lovers, saying, okay, here is the conscious, the male, right, taking care of the everyday things. He has the fire behind him. He has then looks at the subconscious, right? And the subconscious is our emotions, our feelings. She is attached to the snake, to the sexual energy. She is fertile only a specific moment in the month, right? Maybe most 6 days per month she's fertile. And then, of course, this has to happen. So she seduces him. That's what the snake is, right? She looks up to the higher conscious, and the higher conscious is the angel that looks down to both of them. And it's that new generation, it's that new understanding. When we create the new generation, something between both of them is like an aha moment. Aleister Crowley also was in this secret brotherhood, right? So as you can see, these two learned from here and created their own tarot deck, 1910, 1969. For him, this is a holy marriage, coming together, the moon and the sun, and inside opposites. The hermit is marrying them, the sword in between them. The sword is creating a separation between male and female. At the same time, the sword is also the one that can penetrate, that enters, right, the energy. So here, this is a big marriage, a big union. Here we have down here the egg with the serpent and the sword. There is a lot more hidden messages in there, which once I have my card, I will do to each zodiac sign or to each major arcana. I will do a separate individual video, right? Then we have here the Ecstasy from the Medicine Woman Tarot. He holds the sky and the fire for her. She holds the water and the earth, right? Both feminine and both here masculine energies. They kneel in front of each other. They offer each other the two elements that they are connected with. And so the fire is searching for the water, right? Or the water is searching for the fire. The space or the sword, right? The air energy is searching down here for the earth, and the earth for the space. So there is constantly, again, a message of unity, of coming together. Very beautiful. In ecstasy, becoming one. But the most beautiful sentence here is, I attract what I would like to become, right? Then we have Herman Handel. His tarot, why I use it is because there is a reconciliation just by the two letters. One is Hebrew, the other one is the rune alphabet, as a reconciliation to the war, right? He was a prisoner in Second World War, and of course a Jewish soldier saved his life, and so he dedicated this in a way as that reconciliation, coming together, really saying I'm sorry, right? To be really stepping back and realizing what have we done. The hexagram in here, the cup, the holy grail, the love that is being created of the union of these two, the love for yourself and the love, of course, in the next child. Here also the devilish situation, kind of. Here we could see that this is the sea serpent, right? Her hair is turning into that, like, I attract you, I want you, come close to me, right? And he follows, right? He cannot do nothing, right? He's literally like, when she wants, he can get to mate with her in the animal kingdom. That's how it works, right? Now my yoga card, of course, I picked pigeon pose. It's a bird, it's something that flies because it's an air sign here. At the same time, it's also through the lovers, right? The body parts of the Gemini is the arms and the hands, reaching for the foot, reaching for the subconscious. That is basically the subconscious, right? The conscious is looking at the subconscious. The conscious is reaching back to the foot, right? Is opening the heart, is opening the hips in all four directions, north, south, east, west. An extreme opening. And then here the hexagram in between the energy, the heart space that opens, right? Creates an openness. And of course the sword of separation that keeps constantly coming in. Then the tree of life growing, the rose growing into the center of this cross in, right? And of course we also have the days getting, this is the day, and here is the triangle for the night. The nights getting shorter, the days are getting longer here. Here we go to Taurus, and here we go to Cancer. A white seed in the dark, fertile earth, and a dark seed in the bright, right? And of course up here I have the white, the lightning, in a way almost the same way then we have the roots here, right? So I'm still working on it and figuring out how I can really make this card right? Once I feel like, yes, this is it, I got everything covered, then I will be happy and go and move to the court cards, right? I haven't even gotten there. Now, you, Libra, also an air sign, right? You are justice, and Aleister Crowley said very clearly, you're not justice, you are exact, right? It's this energy that says here, we hold a sword and we hold, again sword, again thinking, right? Swords here in the lovers and a sword here in the justice, the sword of the clear thinking mind. Then she holds the scale here in her left hand, feminine side, in her masculine, the right side, right? Here also she holds the scale in front of her third eye. In the scale is Venus and Saturn. We have the yin and the yang symbol. This is yang, of course, and this is yin. Yang is always masculine and the active, and yin is always the feminine and the passive energy. So here are, again, the two towers, right? Because we can really count on this preciseness of the lunar cycle, the planetary energies shifting all the time, but the lunar cycle always shows us the same side because of its gravitational energy. It stays always, we always see the same side of the moon. Aleister Crowley made her the Harlequin and made her not the number 11 but the number 8. He explains that basically he switched the Leo with the Libra, changed it. And for me, in a way, it doesn't work, right? Because for me, after Cancer comes Leo, then comes Virgo, etc. Then comes Libra, balance, right? So he changed that. And here she stands on her tiptoes. She holds the sword in front of her with the two crescent moons, right? The waning and the waxing moon, the planets, and this diamond-shaped opening, right? It's also very, very beautiful. Now, what I really like here in the Medicine Woman Tarot, it's that almost this story of the lovers, right? The lovers, the ecstasy, the young, this, you know, it's almost like in Libra they have matured, they have understood, they have aged, they have grown, they're holding, with this maturity, they can hold this harmonious lifestyle, living with the animals, living with everything. They can hold this very clearly into the old age. There is a respectfulness by kneeling in front of each other, by offering each other each opposites energies, right? So it's very, very beautiful when we look at these two cards. And then Hermann Handel, of course, he kind of wanted to mix, he put 8 eyes of the peacock, and the peacock here, the feathers, right? The feathers is that when we in the afterlife transitioning through, it's like the scale, how good you have been, how helpful you have been, is weight, your heart is weight with the feather. So he put the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyes, but he made it again the card number 11 as well. And then of course here with these, the third eye almost here, the central, right? The balance on this 8, on the infinite number of how the universe is operating. So my card, of course, for me all the major arcana are soul cards. So for me the human understanding is always like this small little moment here where we literally stand here in this small little sliver, and the big picture, this is where the soul is understanding the life, right? And here again, the pillars of the waning waxing moon, the sword that is coming down. Then here the Venus symbol, where she is literally have her tiptoes in front. She stands exactly on top of the arch, balancing herself with the symbol. And the Namaste, the union of the right and the left hand, makes the scale balance in front of her heart. The sword is pointing to her third eye, and it's almost like here then we go to the wheel, or back to the Wheel of Fortune. Now in the next card that I'm painting, I'm gonna put again the crossing the same way. I will always do these crossings, the spirit and material, and space and time continuum, right? So this is where the center is. Always in the center there is something happening that's very important to this. Here, of course, the same day and the same night, equal night, right? Where here we have it a little bit lower. The days are getting longer. So that, of course, to you. Then the card, of course, Queen of Swords, the 12th of September to the 12th of October. You are the typical Queen of Swords, single, one bird flying above her, the sword, the emotions like in the clouds, because all the queens are water, but you are water and air, so water and air gives clouds. She cuts the head off right here of the ego. The same thing here, right? She's very intellectually, she cuts off any ego situations. Then here she is the power place of the arrow, right? There's no swords, these are arrows. And here she's Nuit, right? The night sky, the oldest goddess of the Egyptian. And also again very beautiful 1, 2, 3 dots. I mean the cards of once I get into drawing these cards, I will get a little bit more in the readings that then will follow. I will get more into what it means, right? All these court cards, what that means in sense of developing or evolving. So I will now pull an oracle card. You, of course, are an air sign. The sun is in an air sign, so we feel very airy today. And because of that, we like to eat fat, right? Fat things, heavy things, oily things. And of course, also we are connected to the endocrine system through you. And as I said, you are the hips, the bladder, and the kidneys. That's your weak or strong spot, depending on how you take care of that. And of course, you're the 7th house, you're the 7th zodiac sign, and that's partnership, right? Everything about relationships. So for you right now, the message that can come down here, right? The messenger, the Hermes, the messenger, will bring that to you. And let's see what the message is for Libra, right? You are a diplomat, you are also a judge, right? You go into that directions. You're you doubt, you peace keeper, and you for you it's all about the aspects of the mind, of the intellect. You are very harmonious, right? You like harmony because that's, of course, in the, then you're feeling through the mind. You can feel people more. You sense thoughts coming. Then you're love the beauty because of Venus is your planet, and it's the lovers, right? Okay, we have one card that jumped out, and let's begin the reading. 20 minutes and 33 seconds, right? I will put that in the description box so for those who move forward. Look into it and see what you see. I already see that today I picked these cute little flowers. I was in the water and it's exactly the same flower. I didn't have them in the German reading, which I did 3 hours ago. I went into the cold lake here, Lake of Constance. The water's still like 13 degrees. It's very cold. And it's my way of keeping clear and fresh and strong. And on the way back, I saw these and I was like, gotta stop. For some reason, I felt like I have to have them. And here they are. Right? I didn't know that. See? And it's this is why I keep doing it and learning it and going deep into this, finding new decks so I can get inspired for my decks, for my cards. The butterfly on her head, the transformation, right? As you can see, there is a big transformation, or like it says here, an openness. In her left hand, she holds the flower, and we only see more her right side. Let's have a look. 48 is the number 12, which then becomes the number 3. Curiosity, being conscious, and to discover the joy of discovering things. Dreamy is this woman looking up to a flowering flower in her hand. On her hair sits a very beautiful butterfly who touches gently the flower. His wings are covered with petals and plants. He is a masterpiece from Mother Nature. In quiet awareness, this young woman enjoys what's happening and is connected with Mother Nature, connected with all the creatures, conscious. It is sometimes the little things in life that makes it so precious. Look around you and become aware of what's happening, and you will see a lot of happy moments. Maybe the sunrise, or a dew-covered spider net, the twittering of the birds, the laughter of a child. This world is filled with big and small wonders. You just have to see them. Stay open, stay curious, and go out there, out to find your personal treasure. And that's exactly what I said, right? I went to the lake. It's raining, it's cold, it's covered. It's not a day where you're like, yeah, let's go into the water, right? But I've been going again for like the last 3-4 weeks quite regularly, and if I don't go, I feel almost like something is missing. And while I go there, I am finding all these beautiful flowers that I can use in my reading as that inspiration, right? And here it is, the same flower. See that? So the message is very clear, right? Start seeing the beauty in the small things, in the flowers, right? In the birds, in the cats, in the dogs. Stop, smell the flowers. Caress the cat, the dog. Sit for a moment. If the feeling comes to sit down, sit down. Don't rush from one corner to the next. Right? Allow yourself to really be present in this such beautiful, look how beautiful these flowers are. Look how intricate. Each one has its own way of saying, here I am. Some of them have 6 petals, some of them have 5 petals. I mean, it's so, so, so beautiful. So, so beautiful, right? So, let's see what the tarot is saying. I'm taking only 6 cards, right? I'm saying it, but sometimes more come out. And let's see what the tarot is saying to the openness. And it's saying when you open, love can come. You find love in the small little things, in a cup that becomes you, in a cup where all the butterflies, all different butterflies are flying out of your happiness. When you are seeing the small little things next to the road, that flower that breaks through the pavement, right? Look at it and really just marvel for a moment at the beauty of how powerful nature is, right? And it's so cute because when I was putting them together here, there were 2 little ants. And I put them outside and I said, I'm so sorry I took you away from outside, right? But I put them outside and there were 2. They were at least not alone. So you're looking for someone or you want to find, but first you get a higher love when you find the love in the small things. Then a higher love will literally come out of you, and then that is the love God wants you to feel. It's that cup. It's the cup between the male and the female. It's the cup that you find very clear, very strongly within you first, and then it can grow into a relationship. If you happy, if you love yourself, if you understand that you are made of 2 opposite energies inside of your body right now, there's positive and negative, and because of that your body is the way it is, otherwise it would fall apart. Right? Then you understand that this first and foremost is about you loving yourself in its dual energies. Then you can build something, all right? It's the 3 of Wands, and you can see again long hair is why I have long hair, is because it's like an antenna. It's an energy that reaches, but here it's the wands, and wands are things that grow, and her hair grew so long, it almost, because her hair is so long, made her taller. It's almost like she had to like lift herself up so that the hair finds its place. That's why she became so big. And the 3 of Wands, right, is that I am looking, I am having the power, because it's the sun in Aries, right? And the 3 is connected to Bina, right? The big mother, the creating the next generation, creating this to creating the 3, right? All the 3s are connected to Bina of the tree of life. And on the tree of life, Bina is the understanding of that things have a rhythm, that things need each number until 10, right? Then it repeats itself, is having a powerful awareness in itself. So the 3 is you are totally happy with yourself, and then something may come towards you. You don't know yet what. Look at this though. Even though you have found that cup, there is still something a little sad about you, because the 3, right, then you are going and you grow through that, but also in the 3 you let go of a certain sadness, and you don't see that you still have 2 flowers, and they look like these yellow butterflies, right? It's really interesting how she kind of combined almost like these flowers with the butterflies here, right? Because it's the 5 of Cups. There is still a certain sadness within you that you built and grew so big, but there's also maybe something saying, hey, you worked all your life, but you didn't really find yet that one relationship that you really, really, really want. You're looking still for it. So look to your left. No, sorry, look to your right. Look to your right. Right? Get away from this emotional, sucked in. You're looking to the left. Letting go of these 3. You will see there's 2 more. And goes to the 6. And the 6 is saying, yes, when we share, we share. And you, again, want to share. You want to share with a partner what you live, what you have in this life. It's very important for you that you have someone. Now, it can be a friend, it can be a partner, but you're looking for someone and you don't know yet that it is coming. See that? Then, okay, so you still, there's something, right? As you can see, the 2 5s. 5 is always about Gewura, where we learn. We need to understand that when we learn difficult situations, to overcome difficult situations, you see that, right? And of course there is a relationship, and if we don't give and take and give and take, something is not right here. Something doesn't feel like, you see, there's a 5 of emotions and there's a 5 of financial situations. If we learn to really give and take, then maybe you'll be able to overcome this. Right, so we have 5. I kept these, I'm keeping these together because it's very significant what's happening here. And then I keep the 4 together, right? I'm going to show them to you one more time so you can look into it, and I get the next 2. 3 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. So something made you turn your head and you see everything is now in order again. There is a balance, right? And you see there's a person up here standing on this cup. And it leads to up here, right? It's almost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops, and here is the 7th. So here's the 5 of Pentacles, right? You don't know where you belong, something off connecting with these. But also the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 windows here as well, right? And 1 rose going down the rabbit hole. Okay, so there is a sadness, there is a financial difficulty, And again, the more we give and the more we again are able to give and take and give and take, finding a balance, drinking this cup of tea, drinking the knowledge, drinking it in, understanding that life, or basically drinking in this one cup, filling it, this love that you have found, give it to someone else, right? Don't hold on. Don't look at these three. Look at what you still have, right? You have still two. Duality. You still have the two of. Cups here as the reminder of the cup. The two. 2 out of 2. There is 1. 1, 2. Stay open, right? It's almost like the card is saying, yeah, you got to stay open, because we really don't know why certain difficulties are brought in our lives. Unless we accept them, we have a hard time knowing that certain messages are here to teach us. So of course it fell down, and the way I picked it up, it's reverse, right? I cannot change that. That is part of the reading as well when we have reverse. So here we have the 6 of Wands, right? From 3 we move to 6, but something is blocking you. As you can see, she's not looking at the right, she's not looking at this, and that's why she feels lost. You see this? The same kind of branch. Now her hair has become the branch. For some reason she feels lost and she doesn't know what to do. And because it reversed, she sees this flower now. She's realizing, wait a minute, what am I doing? I have the strength, I have the power, because that's what this card is saying when it's upside, right? Of course, if she's here and it's upside, she's looking down. She maybe wouldn't even see the flower. But because it's reverse, she's looking directly at this flower and seeing, hey, wait a minute, maybe I do have the strength to bring myself out of here. And of course, there is the page. Oh no, the Knight of Swords, Gemini. So in this month, right, in this Gemini month, Sun in Gemini, you feel very clearly that this is influencing your search for a partner, right? As you can see, it's reversed. So I'm gonna read the reverse cards, the 6 of Wands. The reverse is being a little arrogant. You got praised, but not because you did something great. Being modest. You're modest because you don't know where you belong to. You're modest because you got yourself into a situation where you're dependent on others, and maybe the financial cash flow is not coming in. At the same time, you get the card that says, yes, when you share, then you're in a flow, but maybe you sometimes lose that moment of sharing. The Knight of Swords, reversed, right? I'm always checking the reverse because each person has them a little bit explained different. This is how it looks if you're upright, and this is how it looks when you're reverse. Diplomatic, hesitant, self-doubt, to be too much adjusted to others, too adjusted, right? Adjusted to others. Okay, so it's giving me an awareness that you, in a way, you have that cup, right? You have the cup, you have that love, you have a clear openness to receive this higher love, right? Because this higher love is true love, true abundance and fertility and beauty. Then you go and plan on doing something with it. For some reason it blocked you because you thought about too much of what you have lost in your relationships and don't realize that more relationships can come to you. Then something came to you where there was equal giving and taking happening, but for some reason you weren't able to really appreciate it, so it came to this point. Then she realizes, wait a minute, who am I? What's going on here? Why am I in this situation? Why am I not? And then it shows that you are actually not really truly in your power. You're not really using it. It's making you realize this month, right? The Knight of Swords is the Gemini. The Gemini is a knight. And you have then the Queen of Pentacles, which is a rich woman, which is a Capricorn, which is standing here and saying, no, I know what I'm capable of doing. So either a Capricorn is coming and saying, hey, come on, come get out of this, right? What are you doing, right? You are strong, you are powerful, get out of this, right? You have so much knowledge, you know where to go and what to do, right? You know how to turn this around, this inadequacy, yeah, right? You know how to make these 2 5s, 5-5, right? 2 5s. It's like, it's from your past, right? You are feeling that the past is holding you. And then we have a 6, right? A 6 of giving and taking and the victory, right? But you're not really understanding that the victory is because you did go out and dared to go out, right? So you need to go out there again and you need to challenge yourself again. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. And then another queen is coming, and it's the Queen of Earth. It's the fertile ground. It's that financial energy again that's bringing you forward, right? And then of course, because when I placed it, the High Priestess is appearing, and in the High Priestess we know she is very clearly between these two energies, right? Between the black and the white. She knows how to work with the moon. She understands that there is always an openness, right? There is this ship, the ship that she's holding in her hands, and you wanted to get big. You could be big. For some reason you almost got there, right? And then something shifted you, something made you not feel like, and you were sad because maybe of relationships, and you were trying hard to balance it out, right? And then the 6 of Cups is the Sun in Scorpio. There is always a love in other relationship, a love with yourself, a give and take. Then of course a financial situation came down and made you lost, right? Lost ground, lost the earth. And of course the reverse flower, right, is now here when you look at it. right? The flower reversed, it's coming down. It's almost like you have fallen, you have let go too much, right? And then the reverse two cards came, and yeah, you didn't feel that you were able to show your full power, show your full, bam, here I am, I'm surfing on this one thought, on this one thing that I know how to do money with. But nevertheless, you will again come out of this and be great, and let this ship that you once hold in your hand, let it go again, let it sail out into the open ocean. There we go. That's it, right? Allow yourself to shine. Allow yourself to plan these, right? This is the ship. Let the ship go out there. Very important. Allow it. No question. Stay open. Because you see, in this month, you discover that you have everything, all the treasures within you. Let them free, let them go, right? Because that's where the High Priestess is the happiest. She is within herself, in her union, right? So there's no relationship yet, right? Maybe a relationship with the Capricorn, right? But maybe, right? But I don't see that, a relationship. It's more like you will gain your grounded strength again. Queen of Swords. Wow, beautiful, right? I mean, it's always the same, right? Come back to your power. Don't be too occupied with justice. Be precise, but be loving. Be kind, right? Give that love. I'm going to use the same card here, right? Find the scale, but also find the balance. Always find the balance. Find the balance within you. Find the balance. That's it. Find the balance within you. That's it. Okay, we see each other again. In the next reading is the Sun in Cancer, in the Chariot, in the Success. Let's see what that is bringing to you. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.